I have a friend who's a full-time investor, and he came looking for me last year and asked me who is it that I am actually copying these days. He knows what it is that I do. I actually look for all these good traders. I have a connection with all these traders, and he asked me who are some of these traders that I am actually looking at these days, right? And then he told me uh, he's actually open and looking right now. And I'm actually quite surprised because he's a very seasoned investor, and coming to me is like, I mean, to me it was like, hey, and now I have bragging rights, right? Such a huge investor came to look for me, and he actually is extremely wise. He's actually he just leverage on my due diligence of a 1 over year, right? I've been following one of these one of the very good traders, right? I've met in I know from Indonesia, right? And he's really good, right? He did like in the 4-digit percentages, right? And in just a couple of short years, right? And so I shared his profile with him, and he actually studied it for a couple of months, and he just went quiet. He didn't do anything, right? And then early this year, in about March or so, he actually asked me out for another breakfast, and I just woke up early just to meet up with him and had dim sum, and then he said, I mean, do I have access to him still, to this particular trader, right? Because last year this trader was doing about it was only about 400-500%. I think it was about when I introduced this to him, it was at about maybe 700% or so, right? And by the time in March or so, I believe he's already at about 800+%, right? And yeah, so he started off with just a couple of hundred US dollars, right? He banked in. I remember the first time he banked in only about $300, right? So it was like just a tryout, and then within just a couple of days, this guy literally topped up a couple of more hundred, and then within the same month, I think he topped up about maybe 1,000 or 2,000 or something like that. Within the next 2 months, he actually topped it all the way up to like 18,000 US dollars, right? So he kept topping up in just the first 2 months, right? And then within the first 2 months, guess what? He actually made $4,391 in profit, right? That's a 24% in just 2 months, right? Is actually the percentage is actually a bit more, but considering that he keep on topping it up, he did not banked in the first $18,000 on the very first day, right? So he just kept topping it up, and then that's what happened, and he made 4,000 over 24%, 20 over percent in less than 2 months. You think about it, right? So I guess for some people like him, he's actually very sharp. When he made a decision, he already went full out, right? He went full out and just went all in, right? And he capitalized really big. And of course, subsequently, he followed me as well when I told the trader to come over to a different, a more friendly brokerage company, and he actually joined us as well. Right? He continued to uh, join us in copy trading with us in a different broker. So he's a very lazy investor because he doesn't like to do the work himself. That's my opinion of him. And I tell him, and I actually tell it straight to his face, right? Hey, you are just leveraging on me. I should have charged you a lot more.